lot of medical doctors in my secondary school class, my set.
Yeah.
But there was the guy that field computer engineering. And that time, computer was new. That time, computer was relatively new. People that feel computer, were doing computer science, a lot of them went there by default when they didn't get engineering. But this guy from beginning field computer engineering. And from day one in school, he was doing well. From day one, he did well. Right now, I think he has worked in various companies, Lamberger, Amazon. Where did I hear of him last? Big companies.
Wow.
His office in US.
Wow.
You know, I don't think any of us in our class is any more than is earning as much as he is. Okay, my classmate, I don't think anyone is any more than he is. And what I was asking somebody, how will I see him? They say, this guy, he moves like a president. He moves with bodyguard. He moves with private jets.
Wow.
Do you understand? But when he was going to that computer engineering, people were like, really?
Like, what is this?
Why don't you do medicine? Why don't you do some other course? Why are you going to computer engineering? I even met a classmate of his that did 1 year computer engineering and now moved to do medicine. The person that did medicine is okay. I'm not saying he's doing well.
Yeah,
I think he lives in Ireland also. He's doing well. But I'm like, see this other guy, see where he is now. So that is what just following peer pressure, just being following ego and not knowing your true strength.
Welcome to Premif Academy. Today we are diving into one of the biggest questions on the minds of students, teenagers and young adults, and that is, how do I choose a career path? What are the factors to consider? How do I get it right when picking a choice of career? I am Miracle Ifeanyi, and today we are joined in the studio with a medical doctor and university lecturer with experience in helping young adults, teenagers and students navigate life. You're welcome, Dr. Pepple, to the show.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you very much, ma'am. So let's start with the first question. Many students feel confused and overwhelmed when it comes to choosing the right career.
Okay, so looking at it, you know that career is an occupation that you stay in a lifelong period and where you have hope of advancement or promotion. And things have really changed since many years ago, where there is only one pathway for a person's career. If your father is a fisherman, you're being a fisher. If your father is a farmer, you're a farmer. Today's modern youths have a lot of choices due to education and technological advancement, and due to the world being a global village. They not only have what they can do in the environment, they have option of working abroad, option of working remotely. So this causes a lot of confusion, reflection in their mind. Having choice is good, but it causes them to be perplexed. So because of the wide array of choices that they have, yes.
Thank you very much, ma'am. What practical steps can a student or youth take to discover their strengths, their natural gifts and passions in order to actually choose the right career?
Okay, discovering our passion, you go back and look introspectively. You look at yourself and you consider what things you find easy to do. There was somebody that was chosen to be a swimmer. Our coach said when she was put in the water to learn how to swim, while other children struggled, she just seemed to swim easily. So what do you do easily? What do you love doing? What can you spend your time doing effortlessly? What do people commend you about? What kind of character do they commend you? What comment do they make around you? That will tell you what is your strength, what you can do. That's how you get to know. You look back at your life and know.
So what you love doing, what you do easily,
yes,
and what you excel at doing.
What you excel and what people commend you about. You may not realize that you excel at doing it, but people commend you. Maybe you cook a particular food well, or you cook well and they commend you. Oh, you cook quickly, you seem to cook effortlessly. Or perhaps you in mathematics, before you know your solve maths, and okay, you have a career towards mathematics. Or you can sit down all the while, you can sit down for a long time painting or drawing or planning. Some people, they can plan things for a long time. They can put up plans, long-term plans. They can budget. They can spend all time. You want some type of things done, you can trust them with it. Some people can write a long things easily. They can write things out for people. So that tells us their strength. Some people can care for people. Caring for people and taking care of them comes easily to them. So those are some of the things that this is your passion, or this, or even in your class, the tests you come top. You come top in those tests. You seem to come top in mathematics, while others are struggling, battling with the maths. You come top. While some other people are struggling with maybe business studies, you come top. So that's which you do well, and you see your score is high, and you don't consider it anything big. You just go to the exam and you did well. That should give you an idea of what you're good at.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you very much for that insight.
Yes.
So we've been hearing about career assessment, personality tests, and mentorship. What exactly is the role of all these in choosing a career path for a young individual?
Okay. Well, I'll say there is no harm in any of these things, but let's take a personality test, for example, that seems to link up different types of personalities with different types of job.
Okay.
Like they'll say, okay, if you're an imaginative person, you'll be good for something artistic. Or if you're a person that likes things that are well planned, you'll be good for an accountant work. But you also realize that people are a mixture of personalities. And the questions that they bring may not be 100% able to define all that you have in you. So while they are useful, they can provide insights. They can help you figure out, I didn't know this was in me. They can help you in that your introspective process where you're trying to figure out what you're good in. So those personality tests can help you. It's a part of the process, but not 100%. The way you talk about career assessment, you are looking at things that can also be helpful, but not 100%. And when you talk about mentorship, I think mentorship is very important. But I think mentorship comes more when you are in a pathway. You're in a particular pathway and you need somebody to guide you to know how to the best way you can make use of what you have. Let's say you have decided that you're a creative person, and in this time of AI, you find yourself that you've been able to use AI and create things like cartoons, things like stories, and you get a mentor. That mentor can help you figure out where you can sell best, what extra qualification you need, what extra certification you need, what extra training you need. You're already on a pathway, and a mentor is more like somebody that has gone that road before, that has moved on that road before. So that person can help you figure out that process. So I think that all of them, they have their view. They are all helping you get to where you want to be, but you cannot say they are 100%. They are 100%. Yes, that's what I was saying. Yes.
Thank you very much. We have a dilemma: choosing a right career and financial reality. So when it comes to career choice and financial obligation or financial prospects, how should students navigate that?
Financial reality is financial reality. At the end of the day, there's a financial reality. That's why sometimes when we talk about university, it's not really preparing people for skills and so on, because of the history of university. It started with the very rich people going to university, those people that could afford not to work. The very rich in England and in Europe going to university, they can afford not to work because they are very rich. They have servants working for them. They have land. They have property. So they go to school to think, to learn more about the universe, to become learned people. And they brag about their qualification or haven't gone this university or the other. They become learned people. And maybe when they participate in society, they participate in politics, or they participate in thinkers or being think tanks and so on. They are not really people that need their skills to work and make money. So when you talk about that, but in reality, most of us, so if somebody is that rich, the person can study anything. The
So
person
that's
can
like the
follow.
history of this
Yes,
university
obviously.
school
Yes,
system.
while the others go to we used to go to specialized apprenticeship. You go and apprentice to somebody who has the knowledge and learn from him, or go to a special college or a special school. So even medicine wasn't in universities initially. It was a doctor that is a learning, or a group of doctors that have their school of thought. So, but with time, this entered universities, and everybody is going to university now. So we have to figure out making these courses work for people so that they don't spend time and they don't get a job. So when you think about that, you have to marry your passion with finance. And I believe that in every passion, there's a suitable place of where you can earn money. For every true passion, there's a tweak. There's something you can turn it into monetary process. Yes, you can turn it into a monetary benefit. Initially, footballers were like, oh, you only play football for fun. But you find out that like football, there's a whole business. Of course, not everybody, the athletes that make money from football are not too many. But you have the coaches, you have the physiotherapists, you have the sports marketers, you have the sports journalists. All these people are built around the football, and all of their football can be their passion. They can be one-time players, but they find out that, oh, I'm not a player that will make money, but I can be a player journalist. I can be a player physiotherapist, a player even physician. Yes. So they now look for where the money is in that their passion. Or I can even be a teacher. I can play for a while and go to the academic side and come back, and basically what I'm doing is I'm teaching something about the sport. So you have that going with your passion, going with finance. So it's determining your passion with finance. And then sometimes when your passion and finance do not really go together, there are other ways so that you don't lose out on your passion. Your finance can be a second career. Maybe you're passionate about, can be a second career, you're passionate about Scrabble or any sport. You have to start it when you're a teenager. So you start it when you're a teenager, you play 10, 15 years, and you're losing. By that time, of course, most athletes can't play beyond 40. So you're losing your great ability, but you have some. You now start the second career. So you're not losing out. A passion can be a side hustle. You have your main career that makes money for you. Then you have your side hustle. Okay, let's say there are some writers that are doctors. You have people like, of course, Oliver Goldsmith. That's over. You have the person that wrote Sherlock Holmes. Okay, those are doctors. You have modern day medical doctor writers too, who are bestsellers. So the mercy was like, that's their money. But the passion for writing was there. So it became a side hustle until they found it. Oh, it's big enough to now abandon the medicine and face the writing. So your passion can be your side hustle. It doesn't make money for you, but you have it and you can do it so that you fulfill your passion while you do this that actually gives you an income. So that's a way of leveraging. Either you find something in your passion that you can do and make money, or it becomes a second career after you've done your passion for a while, and then, or it becomes your side hustle. So these are some ways that we can use and balance both passion and profit. Yes.
Thank you very much. Yes. By the way, she's a medical doctor and also a writer, a blogger. The link to our blog will be put in the description below, and as a matter of fact, it will be showing on your screen right now. So you could visit our blog to get I guess writing has always been your passion.
Always been my passion.
And you have a career as a medical doctor and university lecturer.
Yes.
That's good. We live in a world where parents kind of decide what career choice that the students or their children should make. And this might not fully align with the interests of the children. So how can children navigate parents' pressure and their own area of interest? What's
Okay.
the balance?
Well, it's tough because I'm speaking from the place of a parent. It can be tough watching your child go to do something you know from all the experience that nothing is going to come out of it. Either you know your child's personality, or you know the financial constraints of that particular career choice. But also you cannot force that child. The best way is to have a negotiation. Sit with the child, let the child give her ideas. You may be surprised that the child has ideas of how that career is going to be profitable, and listen to the child and know, and also see how you can get the child to listen to you and know that you're thinking of the child's best interest. Now, where parents have a problem with is where they are picking that career for the child based on ego. Ego, that is their pride. They just want the child to represent them. They feel that's the best way of the child representing them, without considering the child's abilities or without considering realities, what it will take for that child to achieve that. Those are the issues. Those are some issues. And when sometimes the child also is maybe choosing those things maybe to annoy the parents, because some children can do some things in a form of rebellion. What they feel is their parents' attitude towards them. They now pick a career to annoy the parents. So, but where there's sincerity on both sides, you find out that they can come to a compromise. They can come to a negotiating table. Or sometimes also parents can be patient. You can be patient and wait for that child. And sometimes the child will exhaust the options of that career and come back and like, oh, I should have taken my parents' idea and come back to their idea. For example, I had somebody that when she was young, she wanted to be a dancer. The mother did not come upright and say no. The mother even, you can dance. Even encourage her. But at a point told her that, but how much money do you think you can earn from dancing? How many times do they call people to dance? How many dancers? How many of them earn well? Why don't you do something else that will bring money? And at that time, the mother was even thinking of something like nursing or medicine. But the child chose accountancy and went and did a very good accounting degree and did well. But when the child was looking for a job and looking for a way to move abroad, when the child moved abroad, the job that the child could find was a carer kind of job. So she did a short course and started working as a carer. Then while working as a carer, that's when she made up her own mind that she was going to do the nursing, which the mother had spoken about earlier, because she saw that now this is the way she was going to make money. It wasn't as bad as she thought it was. Her misconceptions about what nursing was no longer there. So she had exhausted her own idea of accountancy. The mother had wanted nursing, but like, no. If I'm not being a dancer, let me add something. But now she had seen that, oh, I'm doing a carer job. The nursing is not that far. I can go on and do just nursing. So you see, so sometimes things play out like that. So parents with patience, with tact, with discussion, with negotiation, sometimes bringing a neutral person that will be impartial and look at both sides and be able to talk to both people can work. Or sometimes the child also explaining, this is how I plan to get money, this is how it will work. It can explain that to the parents and the parents will see.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you very much for that insight, because this has really been an issue. So what common mistakes do young people make while trying to choose a career?
Well, they make some common mistakes. One is not really being realistic about their own strengths. I saw somebody, I asked her, how you got JAMB, what was your JAMB score? She said, she got 140. I'm like, was it 140? She said 140. I said, that's low. Or maybe 160. She said she wants to do nursing. I said, oh, that's low for nursing. That even the last time, nursing point was very high. Even when they combined it with the pursuit TME, you needed to score high. I said, why don't you leave it and try do again, or think of another course, think of something else near nursing that you can do. No, she said no, God will work it out for her. God will work it out for her. But me, I was now wondering, what would she need to score in the pursuit TME to be able to compete with other people that are coming with 250 in nursing, 260, 270, 300 for the same nursing. So some people they are not realistic about their own abilities. They will just say, no, they can make it, this is what they want to do. They are not realistic about their own abilities. Secondly is that they are also moved by ego. When you call, why don't you do this course? They look at it, it's beneath them. How can they tell people that are doing this course? So they are moved by ego. You may look at them and say, with what I'm seeing of you, I think you should do agriculture. The way I see you, that you like plants, you like planting, you easily put things together on the ground. Why don't you think of doing accounting, agriculture? Or you love cooking a lot. There is a course for cooking. There is the nutrition course that you can do, or there's food technology course that you can do, and they are like, you want me to go and do food technology? You want me to go and do nutrition? No. I'm more like, this person will mean well for me. Look at what the person is saying, and they're thinking of engineering, of doing engineering. So they are moved by ego. They're also moved by what you call peer pressure. Everybody is doing it. When we were in secondary school, the same thing happened. Everybody was putting medicine. So we were feeling medicine. This one, I beat this one in class the other time. I came fourth. This other person came seventh. And the person now is putting medicine. That means me too, I can put the medicine. And they do that. They are moved by peer pressure. Everybody, sometimes they don't see. They have not sat down to really look at themselves. They just come to that day, they are feeling jammed. What do they feel? I'm putting engineering, mechanical. Okay, let me put civil now. The other one say, let me put electrical. They have not really asked themselves, what does the civil engineer do? What does the mechanical engineer do? Then the fourth one will say, if people are doing civil, this. Then me, I will put another one. So then I even carried away by the name, biomedical engineering, mechatronics.
When you don't know the meaning, you don't know what
it's sounding interesting. They have not really sat down to say, who is the person doing biomedical engineering? Which work? Where has he been employed? Aeronautical engineering. They're carried away by those words and they go and do. So that can be a pitfall. I think they should invest time in studying each course and knowing what it can bring about. In really looking at themselves and knowing where they can be. Take our class, my secondary school classmates, for example. So many of us were feeling medicine. And some of those that feel medicine ended up in microbiology, biochemistry. But we have a lot of medical doctors in my secondary school class, my set.
Yes.
But there was the guy that feel computer engineering. And that time, computer was new. That time, computer was relatively new. People that feel computer, were doing computer science, a lot of them went there by default when they didn't get engineering. But this guy from beginning feel computer engineering. And from day one in school, he was doing well. From day one, he did well. Right now, I think he has worked in various companies, Lamberger, Amazon. Where did I hear of him last? Big companies. His office in US. I don't think any of us in our class is any more than is earning as much as he is. Okay, my classmate, I don't think anyone is any more than he is. And what I was asking somebody, how will I see him? They say, this guy, he moves like a president. He moves with bodyguard. He moves with private jets.
Wow.
Do you understand? But when he was going to that computer engineering, people were like, really?
Like, what is this?
Why don't you do medicine? Why don't you do some other course? Why are you going to computer engineering? I even met a classmate of his that did 1 year computer engineering and now moved to do medicine. The person that did medicine is okay. I'm not saying he's doing well. I think he lives in Ireland also. He's doing well. But I'm like, see this other guy, see where he is now. So that is what just following peer pressure, just being following ego, and not knowing your true strengths. If you're a jam scorer 160, there's a cause for you, but it may not be nursing. It may not be, at least it may not be nursing in the university. It may be nursing from some other means. So I think people should know know these things.
We live in a fast changing world with AI. So how can students and young teenagers and adults future-proof their career choice?
Well, I think as the Bible says, knowledge will increase. So this is a manifestation of the last days, knowledge increasing. So I feel knowledge will yet increase. There is always one person, even as we speak, people are bringing a new app, a new idea, a new concept. Even some of the changes are political changes. Politicians may come and bring a new idea, a new thing. So everybody has to have that flexible mindset, adaptable mindset, deciding to learn and adjust, ready to explore new things in their career, ready to even not too much change of a career, but can shift from where they started from to somewhere else as things also change. Everybody should be ready for that adaptability. There was somebody I was checking up. I read his book when I was a medical student, and I checked him up a couple of years ago. I think by 2023, he was still alive. He was in his 90s. And he was saying how his life had changed from being a surgeon and the type of instruments they were using to being there as different things started coming up, different instruments started coming up, then moving to write a surgery book, then moving on to from surgery as he grew older to teaching anatomy, which is one of the basic sciences in medicine, to teaching anatomy and being an anatomy teacher. So, and also being in a place where I contributed to maybe this idea or contributed to that idea. So that's evolution. I've also seen people evolve from pure medicine, clinical practice, to teaching, to management as it suited them. So I've also seen people evolve from where they were teaching students in a hall like this to where they have video recorded teaching, to where they have teaching by Zoom. So that process, you just have to have that mindset that things will evolve, things will not be the way your role will not also be how it always is. Yes, you just have to have that mindset
of being adaptable,
of being flexible, willing to learn, willing to do another course to bring you up to speed, willing to ask somebody to help you, put you through, not resisting change, but adapting to change. And if it works for you, keeping it. And also maybe something that is old still works for you. You can still keep that as long as it doesn't affect your work. So that's adaptability.
If a student later realize that this course is not for me, so how do they go about it after choosing that course and maybe spending some years in it?
Change.
It's not too late to change.
I've seen people change. Okay, somebody I know, I think she should be a professor by now, but when she started with a particular course. Did the course for 3 years. When her mates were in final year, she changed and started year 1.
Wow, that's serious.
Yes, she said and started year 1, and in that year 1, she did her specialization, and she's a professor. So, change. I really admit, not that she wasn't even doing badly in that course, but she decided no, that maybe this course is not for me, and went to take JAMB, not even transfer. I've seen somebody else that she started with science. She came in with science. I think she wanted to do medicine and ended up in physics or so. And at the point the physics wasn't working, she struggled for a transfer, lost a year, and ended up with an economics degree. So that's changed. And of course, apart from these other people, I've seen people that they went all the way, trained as a doctor, trained as a lawyer, and went on, not even a university, went on and just started a tailoring business. started a sewing business. If you go to the bank, you see people that started as they were doctors, but they are working in the bank now, and they move high. You know, I have one of my classmates from secondary school. He studied chemistry and actually had a 2-1, and but immediately he finished, maybe he didn't feel like he didn't want to work in the lab. It's not for him. Went and did an MBA and worked in the bank, and now he's a top person in the bank. So you can change. Some people can go back and learn the process. Some people can change by getting a master's degree or going to do a PhD. Some people can just change to something that doesn't require too much formal learning. So when you realize, you change. Yeah. Even after 10, 20 years, you can decide to change.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
At this point, I would like to ask, what's the role of God's spirituality, prayers in choosing the right career?
I think I want to say that is very important. It's very important. And everybody, first of all, of course, if it depends on your relationship with God, how you have brought God into your life. If you are you have a covenant with God and you're used to talking to God and speaking to God, you will hear God tell you. People have said they prayed and they heard God tell them, go and do this. And of course, it's in the Bible. The Bible says the right division is for an appointed time. The vision will come and it will not tarry. So the Bible has also said that you will hear a voice telling you, walk in this way or walk in that way. So that's in knowing, first of all, in having the vision of the career is important. It's important. You see people being called. Jesus literally calling Peter from their fishing to join him and fish for souls. That is your calling. God calling you to come and join in one particular thing. So that is important. Hearing from God, the vision for the career is important. Now, the pathway to getting that career also is important. You also hear from God. You know, at the time when I was in secondary school, and I was not such a bad student, but I think when I came towards my final years and I really wanted to do medicine and I was struggling with science, I think I went back to God and I prayed, and God showed me how I would read for the WAEC and pass it. And reading for the WAEC and passing it, I had to ignore all my tests, all the exams they were doing internally, and face the WAEC. Even my mock wasn't that good, but because I followed a God that said he will make streams in the deserts. So I followed, and by the time the WAEC came, the WAEC result was very good. The JAMB too wasn't bad. So that is asking God for help, asking him to open the door, to show you a way. And in many ways, he opened the door and he shows you the way. When he wants you to do a particular thing, or you have begged him and asked him, and he sees your heart is sincere, he opens the door and he shows you how to do it. He brings people that will help you even along your way. He brings people that will push you, that will set you up upon your way. He brings things that you do now. So God is very important in our career. One, hearing from him, to him telling you this is how you're going to achieve it, him opening doors and opportunities for you. And in every person's career, I learned from somebody, and I think it's true. He said it, that everybody has their niche.
Yeah.
Or even if you don't have it, you should develop that thing that you're specifically good for. He told us that he's specifically good in treating skin issues arising from diabetes. That he does a lot of work, but he's specifically good at it. And people refer patients to him from all over the world. He lives in Lagos to treat skin issues related to diabetes. That is his niche. So you find out that God can give you that kind of special gift. The way he gave those people that did the ark. The way he gave those people, and even King Uzziah, that they were able to be innovative. That particularly in a particular place, you be innovative. And if you are not there to do that, you find out that maybe in the world no other person is doing it. You'll be shocked. that maybe, you know, when we read about people in the Bible, we read Samson, we read Deborah, the judges, we see that Gideon, we see that all of them worked in different ways. They were all saving Israel, but with different talents. Deborah was a prophet. Samson was strong. Gideon could organize people. You know, so all of them had their niche, and God used it to do the same type of thing. So everybody, you have your niche, and it's God that can reveal and give you that special talent for that niche. That special talent that makes you unique in that niche, and that will be your unique selling point, where people will come to you from everywhere and want to access that your special gift.
Wow.
Yeah, so I say God is important in every career like that. So you find out that God helping you, giving you the vision, you're able to see, making a way for you. And even sometimes when you have conflict with maybe parents or so on, God can smooth that process for you. You may have a career that, oh, this career is not found anywhere in Nigeria. This. God can open a door for you to go to where you can study well about that career. So that's why I feel that God is important, and you don't leave him out of the equation. You go to him, you call on him, you bring that career to him, and let him tell you that it's doable, and that he will bless you in it, and he will make a way for you. So I think God and spirituality is very, very important. And of course, also for somebody like a Christian, you want your career to have a higher purpose. You don't want to just have a career that brings money. You want to have a career that speaks of the gospel somehow. That you may not be opening your mouth preaching the gospel, God says the Lord and all that, but people somehow can get ministered to through that your career. It becomes like a ministry. People can get ministered to. It may just be the person that says, oh, I like where you work, and I follow you to your church, or what is the name of your church, or the person that where you share a tract, or the person that calls you and you counsel and you pray. So a career must also be something that can translate to a form of ministry. It can translate to a form of ministry. So you wouldn't do anything, take a career that will not glorify God. You say, you want to do chemistry because you want to produce drugs. There are drugs that are addictive and harmful. No, God cannot be leading you. As a Christian, you cannot be going in that way. So, or you want to learn tech so that you can be hacking people's accounts and stealing money. God cannot be leading you that way. Yes. Or you want to become a doctor, so you'll be killing people for people. You become the hired assassin doctor that kill people. God cannot be leading you that way. Yes. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for that.
Thank you.
Exposing.
Thank you.
We're really happy for having you in this session to really enlighten us and educate us on this issue of choice of career. We're really grateful. And that's it. That's it, audience of Premif Academy YouTube channel. Over here, we give you enlightening sessions from professionals and experienced people that are able to ignite, inform, and inspire you to become the best version of yourself. Today, we have in the studio Dr. Pepple, who is a university lecturer, a medical doctor, and a student coach. Like I said earlier, she's also a writer. She has a blog, and the link will be in the description box below. Do it to like this video, share, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. So we come again, see you in the next video. Thank you.
Thank you.